Welcome back to Reflections with Emrys. Let's take a moment to see what each symbol has to offer today. Today's symbols are the horse, the rune, Hagalaz, and the on, also known as the gorse. The horse is a symbol of freedom, loyal strength, and the forward momentum that comes when you trust your own power. At its core, the horse carries movement, steady travel, strong legs, and the instinct to keep going. It represents vitality, courage, and the ability to carry burdens without losing spirit. The horse also symbolizes partnership, the bond between will and trust, between guidance and independence. It reminds us that real freedom isn't reckless, it's rooted in confidence and direction. And it teaches that progress is a rhythm. Breath, stride, breath, stride. In life, the horse can show up when you're ready to move, physically, emotionally, or spiritually, out of a stuck place. It may appear when you need to reclaim your independence, your motivation, or your sense of adventure. The horse can also reflect loyalty and responsibility. You might be supporting others or learning how to be supported without shame. Sometimes it arrives when your life is asking for momentum, less overthinking, more action. And it can be a reminder to choose a path that feels expansive, not one that makes you feel fenced in. The horse's reflection is this: ask yourself where your spirit wants to run, and where you've been holding the reins too tight. Let your next step be guided by courage, not urgency. Notice what energizes you instead of what simply pressures you. Choose progress that feels like breathing, not like punishment. You are allowed to move forward with joy. Hagalaz is a rune of disruption, cleansing change, and the sudden storm that breaks what can't remain as it is. At its core, Hagalaz is hale, sharp, startling, and undeniably real. It represents forces beyond your control. Upheaval, interruption, and the kind of transformation that doesn't ask permission. Yet it is also a purifier, clearing what is stagnant and revealing what is structurally weak. Hagalaz teaches that some change arrives to protect you, even if it feels harsh at first. And it reminds you that nature's storms pass, but they leave a landscape altered and clarified. In life, Hagalaz may show up as an unexpected twist. Plans changing, truths surfacing, routines breaking apart. It can arrive when you've been holding something together that was never meant to last. This rune often appears when life is pushing you toward a necessary reset, one you might not have chosen, but one that frees you. It can also reflect internal storms, emotions, realizations, or breakthroughs that shake your identity awake. And it asks you to respond with adaptability rather than denial, because resistance only makes the hail feel sharper. Hagalaz's reflection is this: don't mistake disruption for punishment, sometimes it's a release. Let the storm show you what is strong enough to remain. If something breaks, ask what it was protecting you from seeing. Breathe through the moment and remember that clarity often arrives after impact. What falls away may be making room for your truest direction. The gorse is an ohm of hope, brightness, and resilient warmth that blooms in difficult places. At its core, gorse carries golden fire, vivid blossoms on thorny branches, thriving on rough land. It symbolizes encouragement, renewal, and the stubborn insistence of light. Gorse reminds us that beauty can exist alongside discomfort. Thorns and flowers, challenge and joy. It also speaks to courage in harsh seasons, the willingness to keep shining without waiting for perfect conditions. And it brings the message that hope is not naive. It's a survival skill. In life, gorse may appear when you're tired, uncertain, or traveling through a season that feels like too much. It points to small sparks, moments of kindness, a supportive friend, a sudden laugh, a tiny win. It encourages you to look for warmth without requiring everything to be solved first. Gorse also reminds you to protect your hope with boundaries, thorns that keep what's precious from being trampled. And it can be a sign that even now, something in you is still blooming, quietly, stubbornly, beautifully. Gorse's reflection is this: let hope be practical. Notice what is still good, still alive, still possible, even in small amounts. Protect your light from people or patterns that drain it. Allow yourself to be encouraged without needing to earn it. The golden bloom is proof you can thrive in imperfect terrain. When we look at these three symbols together, the horse, Hagalaz, and On, a strong theme emerges: movement through disruption toward renewed hope. The horse brings momentum and forward drive. Hagalaz brings the storm of necessary change. On brings warmth, resilience, and light that returns. Together, they suggest that you are not meant to stay where you are. A shift, perhaps sudden, perhaps overdue, is clearing the way, and you are being asked to keep moving rather than freezing in fear. This combination says that even if circumstances feel turbulent, your spirit still knows how to travel. The storm may change the route, but it doesn't end the journey. And what waits after the disruption is not emptiness. It's a brighter, more honest kind of hope. The horse encourages you to keep moving and trust your strength. Hagalaz invites you to adapt when life reshapes the path. Om reminds you to look for the golden signs of renewal and guard your hope. The mood here feels like riding through a sudden squall and then catching sight of sunlight breaking through low clouds. There's a lesson about resilience. You don't have to control the weather to continue forward. This combination might be asking you to stop postponing your life until conditions are perfect. It may also be asking you to let change do its cleaning work, without clinging to what is already cracking. What this combination might be asking of you is, move with courage, let the storm pass through, and keep your eyes open for returning light. Today's reflection is this: even when life disrupts your plans, your spirit can keep moving, and hope will bloom again along the way. Thank you for joining me. I'll meet you in the next reflection.